and auto goes back 2 to the right. That is very unlucky, actually. Like, it's lucky for him, but unlucky for us. Maybe I can beat this jerk this game. Let's see. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and I'm really excited to show you I made you a mixtape today. This is designed by Dan Hughes and also Mike DiLisio. Yes, that Mike DiLisio from the Dice Tower. He was so kind to provide me with a review copy. So thank you so much for entrusting me with a review copy. As usual, before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, there we go. Oh, almost drank the entire cup already. Yeah, it just feels so good to have like a really nice warm of tea when it's like quite cool as it is now. All right, so we will be playing I Made You a Mixtape today. I'm really excited to show this to you. Even the box design already is like amazing. It looks like a tape player here. Just for like the background here, I was born in the 80s, so I'm like a child of the 90s. So this is like nostalgia, like really nostalgic. But how does this game work? Well, essentially, this is a I Cut You Choose game that you can play with up to 4 players, but there's also a solo mode that works very well. And it's not that easy to win, so very good. This is for, as I said, 1 to 4 players. It takes about 30 minutes and ages 10 and up. How I will be structuring today's video is as follows. I will give you like a solo playthrough of the game. This should also give you an idea of how the game plays multiplayer. And after that, I will give you my review of the game. Note that I have not played it with more than 2 players yet, right? That is like one thing to keep in mind while watching my review later on. You can just watch my playthrough now or part of it. You can also like jump to the review immediately if that interests you the most. But as usual, bonus points for you if you watch the entire video. And also, of course, that helps my channel much, much more. All right, so for the setup, I will not do a montage today just because like the setup is really quick and simple here. So let me just guide you through here. The main thing that we have is like all of these tape cards here. You see like these have like markings on the side. This is like for the player count, right? So the ones with the 2 lines here, that's like for 1 and 2 players. The ones that I turned over are like the ones for 3 and 4 players. We do need those in a solo game, right? Just a little bit differently than you may think. And also we have these 2 cues. We have like these clear cues. We need like 2 of those in just a moment. Then what we also have is our opponent here. This is like a really cool reference card. This is our opponent. He's called Otto Ma. Like some of the players of you probably like get like what this means, right? And this is like our opponent, but this reference card is double-sided. So you always know like this happens on the opponent's turn, this happens on your turn, which is a pretty cool way to do that. And then also like we have like our equalizer cards here. I will just like put like 3 of those here for me and 3 for Otto, for our opponent. Look at him, like he looks like a really 90s jerk, doesn't he? That is like really, he really does look like one of those guys. Okay, so let me just do it in such a way that it looks good here. There we go. Come on. I think like this is fine because if I did it correctly, yeah, we can like kind of hit Otto here in the middle. That would definitely like help us. I usually like, although I know how the game works, you do use this reference card because it really does help. Then we take like these balance cubes, we put them like here in the middle. Oh, by the way, I did this wrong. We have to like offset them a little bit because then you see like we have the entire the entire band here, right? Like with the A and B sides and everything. And then on the in the middle, on the 30, we put the balance cube. We don't need any of that, so I will just put that aside here. And then we take like the tapes here. We have like the ones like for the 2-player game, right? I will just give them like a quick overhand shuffle. That should be fine. I usually try to like kind of shuffle, like pre-shuffle the cards when I pack together the game, just for a quicker setup. Because I think packing together the game is fine if it takes a little bit longer, but pulling it out usually isn't. So this is like the deck we will mainly be drawing from. I will put that here on the left. You will not see it completely on screen, but that should be fine. This is like the extra deck with like the cards for the 3 and 4 player game. We also shuffle those because there are occasions where Otto draws a card from this deck here as well. Doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. So let's put that right here. And with that, we have almost the setup done. There's one last thing to do. I will start for my player, like for me. I will draw like the top card of the main deck here. And as long as it's not a wilds are like those that have like these taper bands here, like all across, like 3 at the bottom and 3 at the top. This one doesn't. And then I take a look at if the number's on the left side and it says like side A, we put it like on the left side, because you see here, there's track A, right? That's like the tape that we start with. And for auto, we also do the same thing. We draw one card, and this one actually has the number on the right, and it's B side, so we put it here on this side. You can also like easily see that because like all red cards are track A cards, as you can see indicated by that light here, and all blue cards are indicated by that blue light here and go to on the right. Then also you see like that number actually is like the balance. We have to like shift the equalizer, right? So 2 means we need to go 2 to the left in our balance, and here we need to go 2 to the right. And with that, we are done with the setup after we put that on the active player side. All right, before we get started, let me just like kind of guide you through an overview over the rough basics of the game. This is an I split you choose game. That means there are always like 3 cards that I like split. And in a multiplayer game, you divide these into a stack of 1 and a stack of 2. And then the other players can like choose which stack they want to have. But they usually are like face down cards as well. In the solo game, it's a little bit different. I also have like 2 cards face up, 1 face down. And then I have to choose like 1 or 2 cards to take. When it's Otto's turn, like we do like what's best for him, which cards to take. We do that until the entire deck here runs out and all tapes have been played. But I only mean like the left main 2-player deck here, right? Not that one, of course, because that one only auto draws from sometimes. When the game ends, there are 3 things we score on. First of all, on the balance, you see like numbers in here, right? These are points. So if we have like perfect balance in the middle, we get 30 points. If we are at the end of the spectrum, either left or right, we get negative 12 points. That's a difference of 42 points. That is something to keep in mind. The second thing we score on is these tape bands, right? So as long as they connect, like this is like called the flow, the more tapes are connected, the higher score we get. So we are trying to connect these tape bands. For example, if I had it like this, which I can't because it's a track B tape, right? But still, if I had it like this, these two would not be connected and not score points, right? I will get to that a little bit later during the game. And the third thing that we score on is sets, genre sets. This one is a hip-hop rap tape, for example. You also see this like with the symbol here, like this kind of crown kind of thing. And like the more we have, the more points we get, right? And I will do that for each genre, for me as well as Otto. Otto scores exactly the same way that we do. He just works a little bit differently in how he chooses like the tapes that he actually wants to put in his tableau. And with that, you pretty much know everything there is to the game. But you know what? Let's just play it so you really get a feeling how that works. So we always play as the active player. And what we do is we draw 3 cards from the main deck here. 3 cards. We put 2 of them face up like this. And 1 of them is face down, just like this here. And now we choose 1 or 2 tapes. If we take 2, one of them must be the face down card. If you take only 1, it doesn't matter. We can take this one, that one, or this one here. Taking this one would be a good idea because this one goes on the left, right? And it also connects here, as you can see, right? And this one, to take this one wouldn't be bad either because this one goes on the right and it would like move our balance to the right, which is very important, right? Because if this goes to Otto, he has like a flow here, right? A good flow, and he has a good genre set already. So this is not good at all. But we can't take these 2, right? We can only take 1 face up. We can only take like 1 card, or if we take 2 cards, we have to take 1 face down here, right? This is always like a risk. We always like need to know, do you want to take that risk or not? So now we need to think, this one would be really good for us. This one would be really good for Otto. So I think I will take this from Otto, right? So I think what I will do is I will actually take these 2 and just see what happens. So I will take these 2. Otto will get that one in just a moment. So, and now we put this one here on the right, and this one here is a tape for the left, right? So how that works is, like this is the first one that we put there. So we just go up 3, right? And then this one, we always overlap them, like overlap half of the card above, like this, right? And you see this tapes going through here, which is really cool. So we already like having some flow here, really cool. And then there we go, like 3 to the right. I already did that. And 3 to the left back again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're still kind of balanced. So we're still in the green area. That is okay. And now for Otto, we give this to Otto. This is here on the left. So Otto now has perfect balance again. It's not perfect, but that's the way it is. That was already my turn. That's how it works. Then now it's Otto's turn. So we turn over this card to kind of give us an idea of what Otto does. And Otto does like something similar. So Otto also draws 3 cards from the main deck, but they're all placed face up, just like this here. And then we now go through 3 phases. We look at balance, we look at genres, and we look at flow. And Otto always takes 1 or 2 cards to come as close as possible to like the perfect thing there. So we start with balance. First of all, we see like, is there any card that gets Otto to closer to perfect balance? No, there can't be any card that does that because Otto already has perfect balance. So this one does not count at all. So we go to the next thing, that is genre. One thing before we continue here, this is a wild. Right? Wilds, you can see they have like tapes all around. That means they always have a good flow here, right? But they don't have any genre, right? So they don't count for any of these genre sets. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing we do, as I said, is the genre. That means we like take a look. Is there any card that creates or adds to their largest genre set? So at the moment we have like the yellow here on the left. So this one would add to the largest genre set on the left. These would not add to any genre set, so that wouldn't work. So that means Otto would actually take this one here, right? We would overlap it here like this, would go 3 to the left. And I would take these 2 cards. There is now a special rule for Otto, because Otto always takes 2 cards when it's his turn, when he's active player. But he only took 1 now, right? Because these 2, they're not that good for him. So what we do is now we just draw an additional card from the top of the 3 and 4 player deck and add that to Otto's mixtape as well. Oh, okay, that one is a wild. So what we will do, we will just put that on the right here because it's a track B card. That's good for the flow. And Otto goes back 2 to the right. That is very unlucky, actually. Like, it's lucky for him, but unlucky for us. So we have these 2 cards. We are stuck with those. So let's see what we do. This one here needs to go on the right. It would have perfect flow. So it would make sense to maybe put it here even, right? I think I will actually do that. Let me put that here on the right. So we go 3 to the right. And this one here I have to put on the left, of course, right? Also perfect flow, which is nice, but no genre set. But we will go back 2 to the left. Okay, we're not doing too bad at the moment. That's fine. So we turn that over. And now it's our turn again. So 3 cards. 2 face up, 1 face down, just like that. And now you may realize why I put the logo of my playmat so far down this time. That's because I will have to push up the playmat in a little bit because it takes up a lot of like vertical table space, this game. Okay, so what do we do here? We have a wild again. Okay, that's always good for flow, right? So this one would go on the left. It wouldn't really help me too much, right? I could give that to Otto, right? He could just take this and whatever. I don't want to give too much to Otto, actually, to be honest, right? Too many cards. Because when it's my turn, I can actually take 2 cards and he can take just 1. This one will be fine. This one doesn't really help us too much. So I think I might take this one here and this one and just see what happens. All right, let's see what this is. This is on the left. Okay, that's not too bad. What I would do is I would put this one first, which is 3 down, 1, 2, 3. And this one is 1 down. So, okay, we need to like work on our balance. Our balance is like really bad at the moment. Okay, and Otto will just get this one here, put this on the right, and go up 3 to the right here, like this. All right, it's his turn again. He will draw 3 cards, all of them face up. And now, which card or cards would get him closest to perfect balance? It would be this one here. Because these would both go to the right, which is bad for him, right? And this one would go 3 to the left, and this one 1 to the right. So actually, these 2 cards would get him to perfect balance. So we give that to us. He would take these 2. And whenever there's like this one golden rule, whenever you're not quite sure what to do with Otto, because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming to like kind of like figure out what to do with Otto's choices. At least in like, especially in like the first 1, 2, or 3 games, always go by the golden rule that do like the best outcome for him and the worst for you, right? And then we put this one here on the right. Perfect flow again, and a genre set. That's really bad. So 1 to the right, And this one needs to go on the left here, as it is a track A tape, and go 3 to the left. Perfect balance, really good flow. Oh man, we're doing really bad. And this one I will have to put on the right, which is good, because that's like also perfect flow, like really good flow here, and also 2 to the right, so we're going back up our balance track. That is really good. Okay, our turn again. We take 3 cards. So you see, like the solo mode is like very actually quite easy to understand and to play once you know how it flows. Pun intended. Okay, we have another wild here. That's not too bad actually. This one here would contribute to like a set here. That's also not bad, because I have too many wilds, to be honest. And like the genre sets actually give a lot of points. So I think what I will do, I will give this to Otto for sure. So now the question is, do I take these 2 or just that one? You know what? I hope if this is like a card that goes on the right, that could be really nice. I don't want to give too many cards to Otto. You know what? I will take it. Yes. Okay, this is good. Oh, this is really good. This is really good, because they both go to on the right. So I will put this one here. We go 1 to the right, and this one also goes here. See, the flow is still great. And 1 to the right. Oh, that's nice. Otto, yeah, take this one here. Sure. That's good flow for you, sure, but it doesn't contribute to any genre sets, and you're really getting out of balance here. All right, nice. maybe I can beat this jerk this game. Let's see. Okay, so it's his turn. Drawing 3 cards, put them all face up. So let's see. He wants to get as close to perfect balance as possible, which he could do with that tape, right? 3 to the left, perfect balance. So he will take this one. I will have to deal with these 2 in just a moment. But also he draws 1 card from here, because he always takes 2 cards. This one goes on the right. Okay, so this one goes on the right. So he goes 2 to the right. And then with this one here, nice flow, but no genre sets so far. It goes 3 to the left. Just like that. Okay, he's still not in perfect balance. I like that. Here, we have to put 1 on the right, 1 on the left. So we go 2 to the right and 1 to the left. Check this out. We actually have perfect balance, but I mean, the game still goes on a little while. Okay, so it's my turn again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, just 1 face down. All right, so and now we already have to like move the playmat a little bit, because otherwise we don't see anything anymore. So let me just do it like that. I will remind you, like when the deck like gets empty, I think we're like maybe a good third through. All right, I hope this will fit on my playmat, right? Let's see. So what do we do? I have perfect balance actually. So let's look at genre sets maybe. Here on the right, I don't have any of those yet. On the left, I don't have any of those. So both don't contribute to any genre sets. But this one would give me like a good flow here, right? So it might make sense to take this one here, and then also hope that this is a good one. Let's take these 2. Give this to Otto. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, a card on the right. That's fine. And this does not contribute to any genre sets yet. Okay. So look at this. The flow isn't perfect. 1 up. And here, 3 to the left. All right, and Otto will take this one here, which like really throws him off balance, as you can see, right? Look at this. He's in the yellow, which is pretty bad. I mean, he can get back to perfect balance quickly, but still. All right, so Otto, it's your turn. Let's see what you will do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he wants to get to perfect balance as close as possible, which he can do with this card here. It goes 2 to the left. He will give those to us, but since he actually needs to have 2 cards, he also gets that one. Oh, come on, that's a luck fest. You gotta be kidding me, man. All right, we place them in such a way that it makes the most sense, but it doesn't matter. They're both the same, so we just stack them on top of each other. Right here, he goes 3 to the left. So we get these 2. How can I best place them? Yeah, like that. That's perfect, pretty much. Just like this here. Okay, 1 and 3, that's 4. 2, 4. All right, let me have like a short intermission. I want to like talk a little bit about the graphic design here. Just like a minute or something. Because you may have seen it already, but all of these tapes have like song titles on them. And these are all real song titles, right? So for example, Footloose here, right? Or The Twist, or Jesse's Girl, or Town Called Malice. I actually really love the cover version by Amy McDonald of that game, or the message, or what else do we have that is very popular? With or without you is something, right? Rise above. I just called to say, I swear, right? These kind of things, and these also, of course, also fit like the genres here, right? Like I just called to say and I swear are definitely R&B, right? So that would fit. That is really, really cool. I absolutely love this. And also, I will talk about that in my review a little bit later, but there is a Spotify playlist for this game. For all these 90s songs here, right? They should all be 90s, I'm pretty sure, at least. I'm not quite sure. But at least like they're definitely like of the last century, right? And there is a Spotify playlist for this game. That means you can actually put that on in the background and then play this game, which makes it much more thematic. I wanted to do that as well for this video, but then you can't like really hear what I'm saying anymore. That's why I didn't do that. Just to kind of like show you that, right? I really like the way the theme is integrated here. Okay, then let's continue. It is now my turn, I hope, right? Did I do anything wrong? I hope not. So 1, 2, 3, 1 like this and 2 like this. It's like getting like a little bit rough here regarding space, but yeah, let's see if I can work with that. All right, so we are a little bit off balance. I want to go to the left. I can do that here with Pour Some Sugar on Me. By the way, Welcome to the Jungle, one of my most favorite songs, right? I love Guns N' Roses. Pour some sugar on me. Wouldn't contribute to any, yeah, but to that set. This one here. Only just one set. So I will not take this one here. I will give this to Otto to throw off balance. And I will take these two. Yeah, I will take these two. And one is on the right. Oh, this one I already have, I think. Yeah, I have it there. Okay. So we will put this one here. Oh, look at that flow. Look at that flow. Nice. 2 to the right, which is not perfect, but okay. That it is what it is. The flow here isn't great. I didn't pay attention to that. Oh, that's the way it is. All right, we are not really in flow either. And then 3 to the right here. Oh, that doesn't help him at all. Except for the genre set a little bit. But no flow, and it really throws him off balance. Check this out here. Oh, man. All right, so it's Otto Ma's turn again. It's the jerk's turn. So, let's see what he does. He really want to get into balance again. So, he just needs these two here, right? These two, bring him 3 to the right. That's what he will do. And he will give this to us. All right, and this is like actually like pretty decent flow here. And it's a genre set just immediately. That's pretty bad. I don't like that. So 1, 2, 3 over there. And I have to work with this. Well, I just have to put this here. Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. I love this. And that's 2 to the right. Oh man, we're really off balance. I need to work on that. Okay, so it's our turn again. Like this. By the way, this card is just not just a reference card, right? I also use this when I play solo. Not to see like how the game plays, but to know whose turn it is, right? Because sometimes you just like interrupt the game for a minute, and then you think like, okay, whose turn is it again? You know, if you make a habit of turning that card over at the beginning of the turn, that really does help. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We need to go to the left. Oh, London Calling, very cool. Rapper's Delight. I will give this to him. Yeah, it contributes to a genre set, but it's not in flow. Will I take this one here? Yeah, let's hope it's a card on the left. Otherwise, we have an issue. It's a card on the left. Very good. Okay. So this one here, Crazy for You, also a good song. So 1, 2, 3 to the left. And here one. Oh no, and another one to the left. Should I have done it differently in terms of flow? No, it doesn't matter. So just like that. And one more to the left. Okay, we're getting closer to better balance again. This one here on the right. All right, there we go. So it's the jerk's turn again. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Eternal Flame, very nice as well. I kind of feel bad that I didn't like mention any of the titles in the first half of the video, but well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so you want to get closer to perfect balance? Well, with these two, right? With these two, that is like 3 points. You would go 3 to the left. That's perfect. I would have to deal with this one in just a moment. All right. So can we? This doesn't matter how we do it. Doesn't matter how we stack them. Put them right here like this. And that's 3 points. 3 down here. Okay. And I will have to deal with this one here. Put that one right here. Jump. Okay, also very cool. 2 to the right. And let's move our playmat again. I'm almost out of space, to be honest, because the playmat is almost over down here. But the game is also almost over. Because if we take a look at the deck, there is just another 2 turns left, as you can see, right? 3 cards here, 3 cards there. So, yeah. All right, so it's my turn. My last turn, actually. 2 face up, 1 face down. So, I want to get to the left as much as possible, right? To get, like, as perfect balance as I can. So, I'm definitely going to take this one. I'm not going to take this one. But I'm going to take the face down and hope it also goes to the left. Let's see. It does. It does. Okay, good. The flow is not good here at all. But, well, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, that's the way it is. So let's just put that here. That's 3 to the left. So we have perfect balance now, but it's still Audemars. Audemars still has 1 turn. So, yeah. This might still messes up. Well, it will definitely mess us up because he gives us, well, he could give us 2 cards. Well, let's see. So, last turn of the game. He will take something. Let's see. He is close to perfect balance. So I think he will just take this one here to get to perfect balance. And he will give these to us, which is really bad because, well, I can like get some good flow in here. You can just see it. But I have to go 4 to the left, and that just robs me of 10 points. And he will take this card and the top card here. 2 to the left. So also not perfect balance, but we will do it like this so he has like the best flow possible. Like this, and he goes 2 to the left. And with that, the game is over. So as you can see, we have like this entire tableau here. So you see like this takes up a lot of table space. Seriously. So like our deck is empty here. But we still have like a lot of these 3 or 4 player cards. As you saw, Otto only takes those on his turn when he actually needs to. So, and for scoring, this is pretty cool because the game does not only have like a, like a scoring pad right here. Not only that, but the game also comes with a little pencil. Isn't that cool? You don't get that too often anymore in games, I think. So, it's very nice that it's included, but I will still like use my trusty pen here, which I already broke, but still my favorite pen. So players, we have Sir Thecos, and we have Audemars in brackets J for jerk. Okay, so let's see. So now we get points. First of all, we get points for balance. Let me maybe put this right here so you will see it no matter where the playmat is. All right, let's start with me. Let's start with the balance. So I have 20 points. That's already it. And Audemars has 29, I think, right? Yeah, that's 29 points. So we are already doing really bad. Then we look at the flow. Flow means the following. So now we take a look at each of these tapes here on the left and then on the right. And for each card that has like 1 connection to another tape, like here, for example, it gets 1 point. And if it has a connection to 2 cards, like the top and the bottom cards, it receives 3 points. That means like this is like a lot better to have like perfect flow there, right? So let's see. 1 point. That's then 4 points, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17. Nothing. Oh, I started as you can see, I started really well and it got really bad. Oh, sorry, you didn't see like the last few tapes, but they were not connected. I have to like pull up and down the playmat now all the time during scoring. That's a little bit annoying, but that's the way it is. All right, so, and then here, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 18, 21, 24. Let's go up a little bit. 27, 30, 33, 34. That's a lot. 34 points. I hope I didn't make a mistake. But like here, I got a really good flow down, as you can see, right? Like almost everything is connected. I think the only break is here. So wow, that was pretty impressive. All right, then let's do Audemars. And I don't actually have to move the playmat too much because he's not as far down as I am. So Audemars, let's see. Nothing. 1, 4, 7, 8, nothing. 9, 10, nothing. 11, 14, 15. Okay, 15 on the A side. That's good. I'm already only 7 points behind, but here are not that many cards, so I will definitely be better here. You know, and that's why I like try to take like 2 cards each round, because I have many more tapes. Okay, so let's see. That is 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17, nothing, 18, 19. Okay. So now that is the upper section score, and now we count all of that up. So I am at 171, and he is at, what is that? 23, 43, 63. Okay, and we will just like also put that down here. All right, so now we do like the genre sets. And now we have to count up a little bit more, right? So I will start here on my side. All right, so this is like quite kind of hard to do. What I will do, I will just start counting up a few sets to like show you how that works. And the rest I will just do off screen because that actually takes a while. So we will start here. This is, what is that? That is punk. And you see that with the gray symbol here, right? So we count all of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one down here that you can see. So I have 5 of those. And then at the back of the rule book here, there are like these, you can like these genre sets here and see like for 5, I get 15 points. If I have 12, I get 78, which is like a lot, right? So yeah, so I get 15 points for punk. Of course, I should like do it like from the top, not from the bottom, but that's the way it is. So now we go to, let's start from the top now again. Now we go for rock. Rock is that pick one here, right? That's 1, 2, 3. There's another one down here. You can see that 4. Right? And if I look at the scoring sheet again, that if I look at the scoring table again, that's 10 points. Then I would look for alternative, which is like that hexagon. Do I have any of those? I don't know. I don't see any. There. 1, 2. I only have 2. That means that's 3 points. And that's like what I do like for all the genre sets, R&B, hip-hop, rap, and pop. And I also do all of that for Audemars. Well, I will meet you in just a moment. And I'm back again. I just counted everything up. As you can see, like I actually did quite well here because I got 54 points. You got 30 for like the genres. That means like altogether I have like 125 points, and Auto only has 93, which is like amazing. I have never had such a good game, but then again, I hope that I like had all the rules correct in this video. As usual, I will put my corrections in my pinned comment, or if I catch it during editing, I will put it like as a subtitle, right? Just in case I have done something wrong. But like one thing that really which really made me like come out of top is like I like tried really to like have a good flow here. Also, I tried to not give like too many like good cards to him that help him. And also I usually try to take 2 cards, right? Because like in those, like whenever I take 2 cards and he only gets 1. If he only takes 1 card of the 3 and an extra card, I still get 2, right? So that definitely helps, right? And this way I could like amass more cards than he did. Yeah, but that is how you play the game. I made you a mixtape by Dan Hughes and Mike DiLisio. All right. But I promised you my review, and you will get that one right now. Let's start with the most obvious thing, the theme. The theme is absolutely amazing. I grew up in the 90s, born in the 80s, so cassette tapes were a big part of my life. And since music is actually my biggest passion, even bigger than board gaming, this theme just hits home for me. The box looks like an old tape player, and all the cards look like cassette tapes. It's full of that nostalgic 90s energy with a nice neon touch. And I really love it. By the way, I keep saying 90s in this video, but actually this game has like songs of the 90s and 80s, so just keep that in mind as I keep repeating just that one decade. I also really like that the game doesn't use just made up song titles, but real ones. It's such a clever way to make the nostalgic connection even stronger, and they did it without running into copyright issues, since there are no band names, just the song titles. That's a smart move, and it works perfectly. The reduction design is great overall, though not quite perfect. The retro aesthetic is spot on, but sometimes it gets in the way of readability. The colors and symbols aren't always perfectly clear because there's so much focus on the authentic 90s look. It's a small thing, but it's worth mentioning. But they color-coded a lot of things, right? So the different symbols here for the different genres have the same color. The cassette tapes on the left and right have like different colors, red and blue. So they did a lot of color coding to like be able to still have that nostalgic 90s feel, which is like very overloaded, which is like what the 90s are known for, but still you are able to like see where you have to place the cards pretty quickly, like once you get to know the game a little bit better. As for gameplay, I really like the I cut you choose mechanism here. There aren't too many games that use it well, and this one does. It works nicely, especially with the way you're building your mixtape by connecting the left and right sides of the cassettes. There's a very enjoyable puzzle at the core of it. You'll need quite a bit of table space to play though. Not necessarily wide space, but definitely vertical space, since you'll be forming these long columns as the game progresses. It's not a huge issue, but something to keep in mind if you play on a rather small table when playing solo. The rules are minimal and easy to teach, and you can get playing really quickly. It's not a game for complete beginners, I would say, but it's light enough that you can explain it in just a few minutes and dive right in. For a small game like this, that's exactly what I want. I also like that there are multiple ways to score, and that you have to carefully choose which cards to take while keeping your cassette balanced. That's a clever part of the puzzle. That said, the decision space is a little limited. I would have liked the game to go a bit deeper in that regard, and the scoring system, while interesting, can feel a bit clunky at the end. It takes a while to count up your score, especially for these genre sets. So in groups with less experienced players, someone more familiar with the rules might need to help a bit. Still, the game plays fast, it's easy to teach, and it works really well as a small filler game. Where I Made You a Mixtape truly shines, though, is in its theme and implementation. Yes, I've already mentioned that, but I need to mention it again. That nostalgic feeling combined with the clever song choices makes it such a charming experience. And it can actually lead to a lot of table talk, especially at higher player counts. People start chatting about the songs they remember maybe, sharing memories, and just enjoying that 90s nostalgia together. There's even a matching Spotify playlist as mentioned at the beginning of this video, which is such a cool idea. Playing the game while that playlist is on in the background really completes the experience. The solo mode also works nicely, and I especially like the solo opponent Otto Ma, who looks just like the typical schoolyard bully, a real jerk. This is hilarious and adds a fun touch of character to the game. All in all, I Made You a Mixtape is a charming, thematic and nostalgic little card game that captures the 90s mixtape feeling wonderfully. It's quick to play, easy to teach, and offers a fun puzzle wrapped in a beautiful retro package. Sure, some of these symbols could be a bit clearer, the scoring can feel a little clunky, and I personally wish the decision space were slightly deeper, but those are really minor points in what is otherwise a really well designed and enjoyable experience. If you're looking for a light thematic filler that sparks conversation and memories, especially if you grew up with cassette tapes or love music in general, I can definitely recommend giving this one a spin. And to prove that I really like this game, I'm awarding this game the Silver Sir Thecos Ace of Games Award. I think it definitely deserves it, and I'm really glad to give it that recognition. This is a game that, although my review is now officially done, I will keep my collection because I like the theme, I like the gameplay, and the solo experience is quite charming. Well, that concludes my playthrough and review of I Made You a Mixtape. A huge thanks to Mike DiLisio again for providing me with his review copy. Thank you all so much for watching and for sticking to the very end of this video. And as always, a special shout out to my amazing patrons. The biggest thanks go out to Thecos for supporting me at the highest tier. I truly appreciate that. You can support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and join my Discord server to hang out with me and my wonderful community. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or my Discord server. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.